Bonjour everyone, I am your humble French tarot reader Marine, and today I am super excited to be doing your October 2025 months ahead reading. I know I'm a little bit later than I would like filming this for you guys, but I really did not want to miss a month, so I'm super happy I'm able to film today, and hopefully I'll be able to still post this right at the beginning of the month, as I really appreciate being able to show up for you every single month with some guidance to give you some clues as to how you can have the best months possible. As per usual, we look at the energies of the month, we look at your strengths this month, what you're invited to focus on, potential advice and blessings coming in, all of that good stuff. I hope everyone is doing good. September was a little bit busy for me. I'm sure you've noticed I didn't post much in September. I'm still navigating a lot of chronic pain, but also in happier news, I also welcomed a little new rescue dog in my home, and poor soul is very traumatized, hasn't had a very happy start in life, so it's taken a lot of my time to help him be a little bit more confident in humans and try and give him a little bit of a second chance with being happy. And so he's taken a lot of my time, which is why I've been a lot more quiet this month, but I'm hoping October I will be able to show up for you guys. I have a lot of videos, reading specifically I want to film. I have tons of ideas, so hopefully now that my new little dog is starting to settle in more, I'll be able to show up more. As per usual, all the names of the decks are going to be in the description box. This is where you can also find my second channel, The Waves of Your Soul, where I share my passion for tarot and oracle decks. If you don't know how pick a pile reading works, you're going to see it's super simple. In front of you, you can see 3 different decks for today and 3 different oracle cards. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Each pile is going to contain a different message. All you need to do is intuitively choose the pile that is calling out to you the most, as this is where your reading will be. In the description box, you're going to find timestamps to navigate. If you want to watch more than one pile, if you feel called to watch more than one pile, it is totally okay. And as always, because this is a general reading, I invite you to take what resonates and to leave the rest. At the end of the day, you remain the captain of your own ship. So today, of course, October, I had to bring out the spooky decks, you guys, of course. So for my choice number 1, for pile number 1, you can choose thanks to this particular deck, which is called the Halloween Waite Tarot. It's got witches, it's got vampires, it's got bats. What's not to love? It is absolutely adorable, and of course the perfect deck for October. And I pulled a little crystal card for each of my pile, and for my pile number 1, the crystal that came up was a rhodochrosite linked to compassion. So if this particular deck or crystal is calling to you, your message could be in pile number 1. For my pile number 2, we have another perfect deck for this time of year. This is called the Silver Acorn, I think. Again, we've got pumpkins, black cats, bats, skulls. It's adorable. It is spooky cute. I adore this one. So if this particular imagery is calling out to you, your message could be in pile number 2. And the crystal associated for my pile number 2 is Herkimer, and it's linked to expansion. Finally, for my pile number 3, we have another Halloween theme kind of deck. This is called the Trick or Treat Tarot, and this time it's got tons of people dressed up for Halloween. It's very cute, a little bit pop culture inspired. This is a really good reader actually. So that's the imagery for my pile number 3. And for my pile number 3, the crystal associated is Argonite, and it's linked to resolution. So if this particular crystal or this deck is calling to you, your message could be in pile number 3. So without further ado, let's get into it. Your month ahead reading for October 2025. Let's do this. Okay, my pile number 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular crystal, which was the rhodochrosite or rhodochrosite, I'm not sure how you say that in English, or if you chose this particular deck, which was the Halloween Waite Tarot, then this is going to be the reading for you. Before we get into your tarot cards, I've got some oracle cards. I wanted to do things a little bit differently this time around, so we're going to start with oracle and finish with tarot for once. And I've pre-pulled them, but I've not yet looked at them, so we're going to discover them together. That's going to give us a little bit of a clue already as to what are the themes of October for my pile number 1. So let's see, I've got a few things pulled. We're gonna discover together. The first card for my pile number 1 is linked to prudence. It's giving justice and Libra, so I might have some Libra Sun, Moon, or Rising in my pile number 1, and if so, you might have just had your birthday, so I hope you had a good time. But this is linked to justice for me. It's giving strong Libra energy, and it's linked to self-assurance, integrity, and clear-mindedness. Okay. Next up for my pile number 1, we have the cage linked to freedom, release, reclaiming power. Okay, beautiful. I love those orange flowers here. Let's continue. I have another couple of cards. What do we have? We have the spirit board. Okay. And then we have the globe. Okay, so for my pile number 1, the themes very clearly are linked to wanting to escape from something or release yourself from a burden that has been weighing you down recently. I see my pile number 1 really wanting to deal with something they've been carrying, whether that is a metaphorical cage right here, whether that is a heavy burden, maybe a conversation they've been meaning to have, maybe it's a situation that's been weighing on your mind, maybe it's a decision that you guys need to take, or a certain idea you've been like pondering and feeling like you have to make a decision on. There's something here that has been weighing on your mind recently, at least for September, maybe even before, that finally in October, my pile number 1 will be able to act upon. With this particular card, which I was telling you is giving me justice vibes and strong Libra influence, I feel like you finally have been able to weigh plus and minus, weigh both sides, and you're gonna be able to act upon this thing and finally move forward and release yourself from this metaphorical cage, or finally put down this metaphorical burden that's been weighing on you. So there's definitely a big theme for this month of October for my pile number 1 around acting upon something, taking a big decision, making a certain move, potentially choosing a certain metaphorical door, choosing a certain path, finally having a certain conversation, finally taking a decision about your job, finally sending that email, making that phone call, deciding to sign up to that class. I don't know what you guys are working on, but it's a big decision you guys are taking, not necessarily life-changing, but definitely something that will impact your day-to-day, I'm hearing, and something that's linked to expansiveness that will broaden your horizons, because we do have the globe. So for some of you, it could be around you deciding to broaden your scope at work, maybe apply for a new job, maybe apply for jobs that are outside new country, maybe moving to a new country, wanting to look at new places to move in. Maybe it's around wanting to travel, looking at plane tickets. Maybe it's around wanting to take a class and expand your mind, like going back to school. Maybe it's around meeting new people and deciding to like meet the world through like discovering new souls, new mindsets, new people. There's definitely really a desire for my pile number 1 to spread their wings, right? Because we do have this idea of cage and this idea of freedom. So you guys in October are deciding to finally take that leap of faith, spread your wings and explore and expand, and you're taking a decision that is allowing you to expand your mind, to explore more of the world through other people, through your job, through traveling, whatever it might be, through, like I was saying, going back to school, whatever it is, dating, whatever it is, it's really an idea of you expanding. I see for you a big word is expansion for my pile number 1. I want to go back to the spirit board, because obviously it is quite potent that we have the spirit board card coming up for your month of October. We know that October, the veil is thinner, that it's a time of year where a lot of cultures practice ancestral practices, connecting with ancestors of the land, ancestors of blood, spirit ancestors, all of that. There's a strong practice to reach through the other side of the veil and connect with the beings and the spirits that have passed through. If that's something that you guys are interested in or have been thinking about doing, this is a strong encouragement to do that, to dedicate some of your time in October to connect with this spiritual side of ancestral practice. Again, doesn't have to be your own ancestors, people from your family who have passed. It could be connecting with ancestors of the land. It could be connecting with spirits of the land from like the forest near you, the river near you. It could be just researching different ancestral practices and potentially even reconnecting with some practices from your culture. There's lots of different ways you guys could do that, but I see a strong desire from my Padawan to reconnect with that particular side of yourself. I see even some of you wanting to learn more about practices, culture, even language that deals with your family or with your ancestors. Maybe some of you have mixed heritage and you're deciding to like explore more one side of your family that you don't know much about, a culture you haven't really been able to explore much. Maybe you're reading books about that. Maybe you are learning the language. You might even be visiting the country or the area of where your ancestors come from, if you have moved or if your family has moved along the way. That's coming through as well for my Palamewan. I know it's quite random, but if that's you, let me know in the comments. There's a really big ancestral kind of theme for my Palamewan, and that's important to note because, like I said, October is a very important time. October, November, big months to connect with those who have passed, with the spirits and the beings who have come before us. Finally, with this prudence card, I want to go back to this because for my Palamewan, a big theme is going to be around finally taking a decision and freeing yourself and taking a leap of faith and potentially spreading your wings. There's going to be a little bit of bravery needed, right? When we push ourselves outside our comfort zone, it can bring up some anxiety, some fear. So this card is reminding you to remember what you stand for, remember your values. Don't let other people's voices, don't let other people's fears, don't let societal conditioning impact what you want to do. Trust in your integrity, trust in your assurance, trust in your values, trust in your vision. My Padawan, that's super important. I'm hearing that you're going to have to keep a cool mind and you're going to have to keep calm this month. It's going to be important. There might be some chaos around you, some anxiety around you that's not coming from you, that's just surrounding you. And one of your jobs this month, because you have this leap of faith to take, this cage to fly free from, is going to have to nurture a sense of inner peace and a sense of calm to help you navigate the waters of change. So a big job for you, I'm hearing, is going to be around doing what you can to remain grounded and to remain calm. So I don't know, for some people it could be to making sure that they're going to the gym because that helps them sleep at night better. For some people it could be doing their meditation or journaling. For some people it could just be making sure that they're getting 5 minutes a day to put their phone on plane mode and to do a little bit of breathing exercise. Everyone is different. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but definitely make sure this month to take some time to ground and to remain calm and to cultivate inner peace, because I'm hearing it's going to be needed, right? Again, I'm seeing chaos and anxiety and not coming from you, but surrounding you. So you need to put yourself in this protective bubble of integrity, okay? To protect yourself from these like buzzy, chaotic energy as you're focusing on expansion, on freeing yourself and leaving the cage to see what's out there. Okay, we are going to look at your tarot cards. Let's see first up, what is your biggest strength this month? My pile number one. What can you count on? Your biggest strengths, your attributes. Let's see for my pile number one. Look, I was just talking about it. Four of Swords. It's super important. I really want to go back to this idea. Very important that you guys keep a cool and cool as a cucumber, I'm hearing, which always cracks me up as an English saying, but it's really an encouragement for you guys to do what you can to cultivate inner peace, right? You're gonna have to be the lighthouse in the storm. You're gonna have to make sure that you don't get distracted by the chaos around you. You have a mission, you have a job, that is you taking this decision, you freeing yourself from this cage, you leaving this burden down, you expanding, you exploring, whatever it is. And this job is requiring 100% of your energy. So it's very important you don't get distracted by external noise. And in order to do that, you need to make sure that you are recharging your battery, your inner battery, to feel cool, at peace, calm, grounded. Rest is going to be very important. We've talked about it, meditation. We've talked about grounding, we've talked about exercise, we've talked, it could be spending time in nature, it could be doing some coloring. I don't know what you guys do to ground and help your mind settle down, but it's going to be very, very important this month. I know I'm repeating myself, but that message is coming through strongly. And now it makes sense why you guys had the Rodo Crossit. It's linked to compassionate in this deck, but it's also a very soothing stone and a calming stone. So if you guys like to work with crystal, that's definitely a good one to help calm and cultivate a sense of peace and serenity. Okay, let's see what else. Biggest strengths for my pile number 1. Six of Swords, exactly. You are expanding, you are exploring, you're seeing what's out there. You might be finally going on that date. You might be finally booking that plane ticket. You might be finally deciding to expand at work, to go back to school. We've talked about it, to see what's out there, right? You had the globe, you had this idea of freedom, release, reclaiming power, leaving the cage behind. With the Six of Swords, it's really a strong emphasis that reiterates everything we've talked about. So I love that. Sometimes the cards read themselves. We love to see it. Let's continue and look at what should you focus on. What are you invited to focus on this month? My pile number 1. What are you invited to focus on? Let's see. 8 of Swords. Okay. For me, it goes back to this idea of not letting voices, and that might be even your own voice, deter you from freeing yourself. Remember, you had the cage that is linked to freedom, release, and reclaiming power. And as a focus, you're invited to free yourself from mental cages, mental blockages, inner fears, the potential mental dialogues where we give ourselves excuses, for example. That's one of the ways the 8 of Swords can show up. When we find excuses for not doing something, we're like, I'm too this, I'm not enough that, I don't have time, I am not good enough, I'm not this enough, etc., etc. That can be one of the ways the 8 of Swords shows up. So that's going to be your job this month, to find ways to change the way you look at things and to free yourself from this mental dialogue. This 8 of Swords can also show up when we potentially are stuck in comparatisis, right? When we compare ourselves too much and suddenly we feel stuck because we're like, well, I'm never gonna do it as good as that person, so what's the point of me even starting, because I'll never be as good as them. That's another way the 8 of Swords can show up. And yet again, you're invited to focus on freeing yourself, releasing yourself from this mental cages, this metaphorical prison you've built around yourself, my pile number 1. So really, truly, that's your biggest job this month, keeping calm, keeping cool, nurturing a sense of serenity, of inner peace, so that you can free yourself from any kind of blockages, cage, or metaphorical cage you've built around yourself, and so that you give yourself the chance and give yourself the right to expand, to explore, to see what's out there, to feel this sense of assurance and bravery and confidence that you have and that you deserve to explore. Okay, beautiful. Let's see what else you're invited to focus on this month. My pile number 1. Look, as soon as you free yourself, we have 2 8s. As soon as you start to free yourself from this mental dialogue of, I'm not good enough, I'm not this enough, you're doing it better. What if we are switching gears like those little witches and we are powering through to the next step? So there is an encouragement to say, as soon as you let yourself free, as soon as you give yourself the chance to open that cage and fly, movement will happen, transition, change. There's gonna be things happening, doors unlocking, answers coming in, and finally there's opportunities for you to expand, to go and see what's out there, and it's happening fast. There's definitely big opportunity for expansion for my pile number 1. So I love that. Double 8s, super cool. Let's have a look at potential blessings this month. We love to see the blessings. So let's see. What are the potential blessings this month for my pile number 1? Potential blessings, Page of Wands. Look how cute. I love this little dog. Too cute. The Page of Wands as a potential blessing. More creativity for my pile number 1. First up, there's a fresh surge of energy with the Page of Wands. Also, always the Page of Wands brings new energy, fresh surge of creativity. It's just a new lease of life, really. And if you guys have been feeling stuck in a metaphorical cage and you're finally able to remove that cage and free yourself from this, of course, it's going to bring a sense of relief, but also a surge of fresh energy, inspiration, a new spirit also, in the sense of your inner spirit, your inner flame is being relit. We have a renewed creativity, renewed motivation, maybe even renewed sensuality for some of you. Just a bit of a new lease of life. I think that's how you say it. This idea of feeling excited again. And I think a lot of you needed that. Potentially some part of this year has been feeling a little bit stale and difficult. And October is bringing a fresh lease of life with opportunities for more fun and more playfulness, which we love. Okay, let's see what else in terms of blessings. Wheel of Fortune, we've talked about it. Change, right? The wheel is turning, finally. We go from being stuck to being able to fly free. We go from being in a little cage to being able to release ourselves from the cage and see what's out there. Love that so much. The cards are reading themselves today for my pile number 1. I don't even have to do much. We do have, with this Wheel of Fortune, again, an invitation to see what's out there. Remember, you had the globe, so that can be linked to you guys signing up for a class, meeting new people, deciding to book a ticket to explore somewhere new, like a plane ticket, a train ticket, maybe changing jobs, maybe it's around potentially going on dates, whatever it is. This is really an invitation to go explore, expand, see what's out there, and dare to leave your comfort zone, my pile number 1. I think that's the biggest advice, as well as, remember, big advice on remaining grounded and cultivating inner peace this month, so that you have the energy and the battery to go and explore the world, right? I love that. Before we did the reading, I pulled a little sigil. We're going to discover it together. How this works is it's a little magical symbol, a sigil, that is meant to represent what you need the most this month. So what you can do is you can take a screenshot when I'm going to share with you the sigil, and you can leave the image on your phone. You can take a screenshot and redraw it somewhere, piece of paper, carry it on your wallet. This is really meant to magically represent what it is you need this month, and it's going to help you attract that. So we're going to discover that together. Let's see what is the sigil of what my pile number 1 needs the most for the month of October. Let's see. Oh, look, serenity. We've talked about inner peace, on and on and on. This is actually linked to the High Priestess. It makes so much sense. So what I'm going to leave the card here. You can take a screenshot. You can redraw it, like I said. And so you can use this sigil, carry it on you, put it in your wallet like we've talked about, put it in your phone pictures, and it will help attract serenity, as this is what you need the most this month. And we've talked about it. I think you guys are really invited to invite inner peace so that you can feel confident and calm enough to take action and to fly free. If you protect yourself from worry and anxiety, especially like external noise that feels quite chaotic, you will have the ability to remove yourself from this metaphorical cage and to fly. So beautiful sigil right here for my pile number 3. I love that. We are gonna wrap up the reading with a little fun ghost card, just a last little message from your guides. I'm keeping this short and sweet. Let's see. Last message for my pile number 1 for the month of October. What do we have? Let's see. See the light ghost, seek a higher truth. Beautiful. For me, this is a reminder to keep yourself in this little bubble of light right here. This is you. Protect your energy, protect your peace, put some boundaries, nurture your bubble of light around you, my pile number 1. It will serve you in order to, fly free and see what's out there, like those little witches on their brooms. So that's all I'm saying for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it brought you something of value. If it did, then don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited to be filming more soon. I have lots of fun readings planned, so I'm excited for those coming up soon. Until next time, I'm wishing you a beautiful month of October ahead, and keep navigating the webs of your soul. Bye! Okay, my pile number 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose this particular deck, or if you chose the Herkimer crystal, then this is going to be the reading for you. Before we get into tarot, I have pre-pulled some oracle decks. I've not yet looked at them. We're going to discover them together. I wanted to do things a little bit differently, so we're going to start with oracle and finish with tarot today. I'm going to give us a little bit of info as to what we can expect for my pile number 2 for the month of October. Again, I've not yet looked at them, so let's discover them together. Let's see what we have. For my pile number 2, the first card we have is the Stand. It's linked to courage, determination, and fearlessness. Beautiful. Then the next card we have is the key. It's linked to inner calling, clarity, and intention. I love those flowers. Beautiful. Then we have the letter. Okay. Gorgeous. And finally, we have the lock. Ooh, look, you have the key and the lock. That is super interesting. I love that. Okay. And this will actually leave for the end of your reading. I'll tell you what it is when we get there. So for my pile number 2, super interesting. I was just telling you the lock and key. The first thing I'm hearing is interesting. I heard locked in. And in my mind's eye, I saw the hermit card and I saw like a little cave. So energetically, what I'm picking up on for my pile number 2 is a desire to focus and to lock in on something, and that might require you to potentially shut away from the rest of the world. So some of you might be super focused on a specific project that requires a lot of work. Maybe you are, I don't know, maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you are doing a big project at work. Maybe you are just working on something like a personal goal you have. There's something that is requiring more energy than usual, and it's requiring you to stay more at home than usual, but it's something that you want to focus on, if that makes sense. It's like I see my pile number 2 wanting to really focus and shut away the world and dedicate their time and energy towards this one thing, right? Look, we have inner calling, clarity, intention. There's really this desire to hermit away, to put yourself in this little cave where you can do your magic, work your magic, and shut away the rest of the world. Some of you might just be feeling a little bit exhausted socially and are running on low batteries, and you need some time to just recharge and regroup. And so there might be a desire to spend more time on your own coming from that. That's coming through as well, or just wanting to spend more time with your family and your loved ones, but in a way that is more low-key and quiet and a little bit more private. I'm hearing privacy, intimacy. I'm hearing wanting to be a little bit of a hermit and recharging your battery and shutting the world off and shutting away from the rest of the world for a little bit. That's the vibe I'm picking up from my pile number 2. Let me know if that resonates with you guys or not. For some of you, I really feel like it's because you need to recharge your batteries, and for another part of you, it's because you are working on this thing that is very close to your heart, and so you need to dedicate all of your time and effort towards this one thing. And so in order to do that, you know that you have to, lock in and shut the doors and just focus for the month of October. So let me know which side you're falling on. But with the lock and key, I do want to say that you guys have definitely the potential, if you're working on something special, to make it happen, right? I do want to say your efforts will not be in vain. If there's a specific project you have in mind, I'm giving the example of someone writing a book, but it could be someone who is wanting to, dedicate their time to sorting out their finances this month. They are creating a whole spreadsheet, they're looking at their finances, they're filling all the paperwork, they are, really honed in on sorting out this thing. By the end of the month, you will have succeeded and you'll be in a much better place, right? This is just an example. I do want to say that whatever my pile number 2 puts their mind to this month, if you put the effort, you will manage to make it happen with the lock and key. Very big indication that there's success there. We also have the card of the stand. I really see my pile number 2 sparing no expense of energy, specifically of time. You are determined and you know that whatever you have in mind will require efforts, will require time. For some of you, it might require money, whatever it is. You are willing to pour that energy, that time, that effort there. And again, there's definitely strong potential for it to pay off, but it's going to require effort. It will not land on your door magically, right? I feel like my pile number 2 is very aware that what it is they're trying to manifest is going to require time and effort. So this is also potentially why I heard locked in. You're going to have to tap into this sense of resilience. Maybe some of you are giving yourself a physical health goals, that you are wanting to go back to the gym and get fitter or whatever. And so it's going to require you to get up early, go to the gym, maybe go for a run when it's cold, when it's raining, when it's snowing, whatever. You have to continue showing up. When it's dark, when you're tired from work, whatever, you still have to go, you still have to show up, you still have to commit. You guys know that, and you're determined. This is why I'm seeing, this is really where I see this. For me, this is linked to the strengths card energetically. So I see my pile number 2 being extremely resilient and tapping into their inner strength this month in order to achieve what it is they're wanting to achieve. So not necessarily a easy month in the sense of going with the flow and chilling, but a month that could bring a lot of pride from managing to reach your goals through efforts that will be fruitful. Okay. Finally, we have the letter. So literally, this could be you hearing from someone that you haven't heard from in a while. If you've been waiting to hear from something, I don't know, a bank, a friend, a job application, whatever it is, you could finally hear back. Specifically, I'm hearing like something related to admin. So if you applied for something, if you've been applying for a loan, if you've been applying for a visa, if you've been applying for school, if you've been applying for whatever it is, paperwork, you'll hear back this month. And there's also a sense of relief of finally knowing where you stand. I know this is quite specific, but you are definitely waiting on some paperwork to come back and it's stressing you out not knowing. And I'm hearing finally in the month of October, you'll know. So there's a sense of relief there of like, okay, I know where I stand now, I can move forward. Other side of that is that some of you are encouraged to reach out to friends you've been thinking about, where potentially old friends I'm hearing. So some of you have been lately thinking about an old friend, maybe someone you knew at school, maybe someone you knew in your old job, I don't know, an old neighbor, whatever it is. Some of you have been thinking about someone that you have lost touch with, and it's no bad blood. I'm hearing it's definitely just a case of like, sometimes life, we grow through the different paths. We haven't fallen out with that person, but we just lost touch, lost contact because of time, etc., life circumstances. But I'm hearing some of you have been thinking about someone lately, and you're invited to reach out. It's no coincidence you've been thinking about this person. They need you. I don't know what it is. Maybe they need an ear, maybe they need a bit of support, maybe they just need a bit of joy in their life, maybe I don't know, there's something here of like, just check in, send a message on Facebook, send an email, send a text, whatever. If you've been thinking about someone, chances are they probably would love to hear from you, I'm hearing. So that's also another side of that. Again, it won't speak to everyone, and it's very random, but it's coming through. So I've learned over time and years that the random things are not random. I know it's going to speak to someone. Let's move on to your tarot cards. We are going to look at what is your biggest strength this month. Let's see. Biggest strength for the month of October. I think we had a jumper. Look, we've talked about it. I've said resilience, inner strength, effort, showing up, right? I gave the example of someone who wants to get fit and they know that they want to start running, for example, and they're going to have to go for a run when it's raining, when it's dark, when they've had a bad day at work. They're going to have to go for a run even on the days after they've been out in the evening for a drink. They're going to have to find the motivation to show up every single day or every 2 days or whatever it is, even when they don't want to, even when they feel tired. It's still something they're committed to. So they're tapping into their inner resilience to find the will to keep going, even when it's not easy, even when it requires effort and work and time and energy. So that's you, my pile number 2. Again, I've said not an easy month, but a fruitful month. So whatever you are determined to make happen, you can. It's just going to cost you some efforts, but I feel like you guys already know that anyway. So that's your biggest strength, your resilience. We've talked about it, your determination, your courage. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what else. Look, we have the Hangman as well. Very interesting. An invitation to look at things differently, maybe adopt some new mindset and some new perspective. So I'm going to give a very random day-to-day example for, let's imagine someone who is determined to work on their physical health and determined to feel healthier, and they want to be more active in their body. Then instead of looking at going to the gym as a punishment, as something that's really painful and horrible, they are changing their mindset to be, this is something I'm doing for myself, this is something I'm doing for my future self will thank me, etc., etc. There's a change of perspective there of instead of looking at something as annoying or as difficult and as a challenge, it's looking at something as an opportunity for your future self, as a gift you're giving to your future self. This is important. Again, I've given the example of someone wanting to, improve their physical health, but obviously it could be about anything. It could be about dating, it could be about work, it could be about personal journey you're on, it could be about your mindset, whatever it regards. There's a change of perspective here. You are looking at something that you need to do, and instead of looking at it as a punishment or a challenge or something really annoying, you are deciding to switch things around and look at it as an opportunity, as a building block, as a second chance, whatever it is. So that's also very important, and that's going to be a big strength of yours. Looking at things differently will help you to achieve what it is you want. It will turn something from being locked to opening it. That's the key. Your new perspective, that's the key. Okay? Super important, my pile number 2. Okay, let's have a look at what you're invited to focus on this month. We have a bit of an idea, I think, but let's continue, see what else we can get. What are you invited to focus this month? We have Page of Cups. Ooh, I love that. Beautiful. With the Page of Cups, I'm hearing there's no dream too big. Okay? The Page of Cups, they dream big. They don't let their mind or other people or society tell them what they can or can't do. They have this very dreamer quality, and they're able to imagine outcomes that other people might find fanciful, and yet for them it's something that can be very much realized and materialized and manifested. So you're invited to tap into this, my pile number 2. In what ways can you invite more imagination into your life? In what ways can you decide to expand your mind and just let yourself dream? What would that look like? And maybe this is something that you can use as inspiration for the steps you're invited to take this month. Page of Cups being your focus card, there is a big invitation to tap into your imagination, tap into your ability to dream, and maybe put aside the logical mind for a little bit and instead let yourself be the Page of Cups. Let yourself follow your heart instead of your mind this month. I think that's also important. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, we have a jumper. Look, the Fool, your focus card, the Fool. There's really a potential for you guys to make something happen if you are dedicated to it, if you are willing to spend energy, time, effort on it, and if you follow your instincts and your heart this month. Okay, so I love that. With the Fool as your focus, for me it's going back to this idea of changing perspective. With the Fool, we are starting a new chapter, so maybe we're adopting a new mindset, maybe we are changing who we are, maybe we're changing our avatar and potentially deciding to become a new version of ourselves. So maybe it's as simple as deciding to wake up earlier. Maybe you were someone who always struggled waking up earlier, and yet you want some more time to do something you love in the morning, and so you're deciding, you know what, from now on I'm going to be someone who wakes up 1 hour earlier every day so I can do something that I love, so I can read my book, so I can, listen to my podcast, so I can paint, whatever you guys love to do. This is an invitation to tap into this new version of yourself, adopt this new mindset, maybe become a new version of you, even though maybe it's difficult at first, maybe it's we're going to require a bit of effort. It is an invitation to start fresh. You can be whoever you choose to be, my pile number 2, and I think in the month of October you're going to be reminded of that. Let's have a look at the blessings of the month of October. We love to see it. We love blessings on this channel. So let's see. Look, the sun. Despite the fact that this month might require a lot of effort from you, there's still a lot of happiness there because those efforts will pay off, okay? So I do see you also finding joy in the process. I'm hearing you'll find joy in the process, and you'll find happiness in not just the results, but in the journey too. Getting to your results. So that's super important, and I think that's truly what we want to hear, right? All those efforts are not in vain. I've told you from the beginning, you're gonna open that lock. Beautiful, beautiful months for my pile number 2. I'm super excited to read your comments and to find out what you guys have in mind and are working on. Let's have a look at this card. I've told you we'd go back to it. This is meant to be a sigil, and I pre-pulled it before I did your reading, but I've not yet looked at it, so we're going to discover it together. This is meant to represent what you need the most, my pile number 2. So it's a sigil, meaning you can redraw it, take a screenshot of it, and then you can carry it on your phone, carry it on a piece of paper in your wallet, whatever it is. But it represents the essence of what you need the most to invite in your life at this moment in time. What would benefit you the most at this moment in time? This is what this sigil represents. So let's have a look for my pile number 2. Let's see. What do we have? Oh, we have expansion, and it's linked to the Empress. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? You guys are working on something. I told you from the beginning, I'm hearing locked in. And there's also a desire to be a bit of a hermit, to put yourself in a little bit of your cave to recharge your batteries. But that's because you're working on something or you have something in mind, a goal. You're recharging your batteries for a specific purpose, right? We did have the sun card here. So what you need the most right now at this moment in time is what could benefit you. I'm hearing specifically for the rest of the year, November, December, is expansion. So if you want to invite expansion for the end of the year, November, December, you can take a screenshot of this sigil right here, redraw it, maybe on a piece of paper, and carry it with you for the month of October. It will invite this sense of expansiveness specifically for November and December. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the reading with one last little card from your guides, just a little advice. Let's see. I have a little ghost oracle, so we're gonna see what your guides have to say for the month of October for my pile number 2. What is the tea for my pile number 2? Let's see. Last message. Whoop. We have the corner ghost, and it says confront and center with your ideas. Yeah, this is truly the month to act, my pile number 2. It's the month to do the thing you've been thinking about doing. It's the month to spend that energy, spend that time, to put effort. If you decide to act upon your ideas, my pile number 2, there's definitely big opportunities for you to get some results, and we love that very much. Okay, so I can't wait to read your comments, see what you guys are working on this month. I also hope this reading resonated, that it brought you something of value. If it did, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of good vibes. I'm wishing you a beautiful month of October, and keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye. Okay, my pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this particular deck, or if you chose this crystal, the Argonite, then this is going to be the reading for you. Before we get into your tarot, we're going to start with oracle cards. I've pre-pulled them, but I've not yet looked at them, so we're doing things a little bit differently. I'm starting with oracle and finishing with tarot this time. We are going to discover them together. They are going to give us some info as to what the month of October has in store for my pile number 3. So let's see, what do we have for you guys. First card, we have prosperity, wealth, contentment, and abundance. I mean, we love to see it. Great start from my pile number 3. Okay, let's see what else. Meadow, success, blessings, positivity. Okay, you guys, this is crazy. I think those are the most 2 positive cards of that whole deck, actually. So go you, my pile number 3. Great start of the month, right? Beautiful. Let's see what else. We have the snake. Okay, Well, we knew it could not be butterflies and rainbows, right? Let's see what else is coming up. And finally, we have the pedestal. Okay. The last card here, we'll check at the end of your reading. I'll tell you what it is in a bit. First up, with those two cards, my pile number 3, there's definitely some opportunity here for some great news regarding material success. If you have been thinking about applying for a loan, if you've been thinking about, I don't know, launching a new product in your business, launching a new course, because you are expanding your services, you're looking for clients, you are, reaching out. Maybe you've been thinking about starting a side hustle, like you want to start your Etsy shop, or you're thinking about doing something online, like working online at the weekend. Whatever it is, there's opportunity for abundance, specifically financial abundance, material success. If you have been thinking about potentially asking for a raise at work, if you're looking for a job, this is a great month for you to find a job, and not just a job, but a job that pays more than what you used to have. There's definitely here big opportunity for material success, finances coming in, money coming in, abundance. We love to see it. I'm hearing it's very related to work, career, finances, home, material things. Some of you are finally able to buy something expensive you've been saving up for. Some of you are getting a great deal on something that you've been looking for. Some of you are able to pay off something. I'm hearing like pay student debt off or something like that, pay back a loan. That's just a big relief. There's really a sense of success, achievement, pride, contentment coming from your material life. So that's wonderful. Again, if you guys are looking for a job, great month for finding something that suits, and not only just something that suits you, but something that pays well. If you've been thinking, also I'm hearing, this is super specific, it's not going to speak to everyone, but I'm going to share it. If some of you have been in conflict regarding child support, like your ex-partner isn't paying or something like that, you are finally getting resolution, and I'm hearing you're getting what you're owed. You're getting your dues. So some of you are finally getting money you were owed regarding children. Okay, that's not going to speak to everyone again, but I'm sharing it because that's coming through. Overall, great months for finances, money, career, any moves you want to do regarding your jobs, any kind of side hustle you've been working on, any new product if you have your own business, or you want to do a partnership with another brand, that would be also a great idea. That's wonderful. Okay, we love that. This is the part where things are a little bit tricky, right? Because we know it's not always like happiness and rainbows and butterflies. So of course, there's the good part, and there's a part that's a little bit more gray area. This is a warning, okay? Because there's gonna be success here for you guys. I'm gonna give the example of someone who is working online. Maybe you have, I don't know, let's say someone has a Instagram page, or they're on TikTok, and this month they are getting a ton of more followers. They have a couple of viral videos. They're attracting a lot more eyes on them. That means they're finally able to get revenue from that. They're succeeding in their career because of that. It's all going well, wonderful. People are following them. Success, abundance, we love to see it. The other side of that coin, with the snake and the pedestal, is that some people that they thought might be their friends are actually turning a little bit jealous. This is what this snake is representing right now for me. When I saw this snake card, automatically I saw this as someone in your periphery. This is not a close friend. This is someone that you know loosely, but that you thought were friendly with you, that actually turns out to not have your best interest at heart. Maybe they're jealous of your success. It's not even that they're evil, right? Or that they have a bad intent, but they're envious. This is giving envy. This is giving jealousy, and this is giving the eye, as we would say in French, which is like their jealousy and their envy could be projected onto you, and without them realizing, they are actually not happy for your success, and maybe even subconsciously wishing for you to fail. So again, that's not coming from a necessarily ill intent. I think it's more like something subconscious coming from them. They are seeing you succeed and they're like, why? What do they have more special than me? Why can't I succeed like them? Etc. etc. But that is generating bad vibes, right? So be very mindful as to whom you share your success with and your good news with this month, my pile number 3. Not all of your acquaintances and friends will be happy for you, and that's okay. You know what? This actually is the time where you're going to find out the people that are your people through everything, that are there for you, for your failures and your success. And if you are realizing that someone is not happy for your success, not happy for your resolution, not happy for your luck changing, then that might be a sign for you to take some distance with that person, okay? I'm overall, for you guys, I'm seeing really big news in terms of job, career, finances, resolution when it comes to you finally getting something you're due, success, everything we've talked about that might create some jealousy from certain people that you did not expect from them, that they would react this way. Don't take it personally. It's all them. It's not you, right? Remain grounded in the fact that you are on your pedestal right now, that you are untouchable, right? When I see the pedestal, this is an invitation to protect your energy. Just because someone isn't happy for you, don't let that get in the way of you celebrating your success. Think, okay, that's their issue. It's not me. It's their own shit to deal with. It's not me, right? It's not personal. It's their own demon getting in the way. This is just a sign for you to potentially learn that next time you have a success, you won't share it with that person, as they are not emotionally capable of being happy for others. That's fine. You are on your path, you're protecting your energy, you are rejoicing in your success, and you are putting yourself away from people who can touch you with their, jealousy, envy, all of that. Okay, super important. Protect your peace. My pile number 3, pay attention to people who are happy for you and pay attention to people who are not. Pay attention to the people who are more likely to be there for you when you are sad, but suddenly when things are going well for you, they are nowhere to be found. This is important. I think in October, you are gonna realize that in certain friendships specifically, and that will be useful for you moving forward. Overall, I think you're really invited to focus on the good news, on the prosperity, and relish this abundance that's coming, because you know what? You deserve it. Let's continue and move on to your tarot cards. Let's see what is your biggest strength this month, my pile number 3. Your biggest strength this month, what can you count on? What is your best attribute, your strengths, your superpower this month? Oop. Look, 3 of Swords. This is important for me, really. This is an invitation to not take things personally, okay? If you are realizing that some people, you thought you would be able to celebrate with them, you have some good news, you're super excited and you're sharing it with them, and suddenly you're realizing like, wow, they don't seem that happy for me. They didn't even congratulate me. They didn't even say, well done. Don't take it personally, okay? This is really your biggest strength this month, is to not take things personally, you are on your pedestal, you are relishing in your success, you are in your little meadow, and don't let other people dim your light, don't let other people take the crown off of your head. My pile number 3, really, your biggest strength this month is to not take things personally. You're on your path, you have your wins. People who are celebrating, great. People who don't understand, who are jealous, that's their loss, okay? So let's see what else. Biggest strength, 6 of Wands, exactly. You are invited to celebrate your wins, okay? You've got some luck, you've got some great successes coming in, some wins. You know what? It's well deserved. We don't always have those moments in life, so when they come, it's important to grab them and run with it, okay? Celebrate, treat yourself, just take a moment to appreciate everything that has happened for you to get there, all of the effort, moves you've made, all of the time you spent. This is something that's worth celebrating, so celebrate your success as well. Don't dim your success to make other people comfortable. It's really, really important, you guys. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's coming strongly as a message, okay? It's important that you celebrate your wins, that you relish in them, because you deserve it. Let's continue. What should you focus on this month? Let's see. What should you focus on this month, my pile number 3? Nine of Pentacles. Sometimes the cards read themselves. It's a month where you can finally reach some financial success, some abundance, material success. There's really definitely some good news. Some of you are finally finding a job. You're finally getting, I don't know, like success on your social media business. You're getting great client. You are launching a new product, will sell out. There's something great. There's some great news there. You're finally hearing back from, like I said, resolution around money you were owed. Maybe you are finally able to buy something that you've been saving up for. This is good news. So that's your focus. Focus on that. Focus on the material, like blessing, the abundance you are creating for yourself, the environment you want to create for yourself. It's a great month to focus on work, on your home, on your finances, everything around material life. It's a great month for that, okay? Let's see what else you're invited to focus on. Let's see. We have Two of Pentacles, okay? This might be a month where you have to handle a few things at once. There might be a lot going on. There might be more work. There might be more social events. There might be more things happening in your life. You're going to have to be flexible. You're going to have to manage a few things at once. I think this is truly an indication that the month of October will be busy for my pile number 3. And so you're going to have to be flexible. You're going to have to learn how to deal with a few things at once. This might be, the example of someone launching their side hustle. They might have to continue their day-to-day job and then in the evening and in the weekend work on their side hustle. Or if it's related to, I don't know, you guys are finally able to like move somewhere because you finally found a place for you that is right exactly as you wanted, the perfect flat, the perfect house, whatever. Or maybe you'll be more busy packing and stuff every evening. In the weekend you'll be busy sorting out your stuff, packing stuff. This is giving busy, right? It's giving like having to handle a lot of things at once, but it's all for your abundance, your happiness, and some like comfort in the material world. So again, it's good news. It just means having to deal with a lot of things at the same time, but I feel like you guys already know that. Let's continue with potential blessings of the month of October for my pile number 3. What are the potential blessings we have? Okay, we have the Hermit. For me, again, this is going back to the idea of protecting your peace, right? You're on this pedestal and you don't want other people to potentially get to you and dim your light and stop you from celebrating. So see how this person is like living their best life on their balcony. That's you, my pal number 3. And you are putting yourself in a point where other people cannot affect you with their bad vibes, with their chaotic energy, with their envy or jealousy or whatever it is. Does that make you a self-centered person, a selfish person? No. You just need at this moment in time to relish in your success because that's what you need. That's what you've worked hard. You deserve to celebrate yourself. And so truly the blessing is coming in the fact that you are also potentially finally happy with yourself, proud of yourself. Some of you are, I feel like some of you have been, you're not used to celebrating yourself. You're not used to being proud of yourself. And yet this month, finally, you will be, because there's going to be something that you, like something that you achieve that you're like, you know what, I did that. I'm proud of myself. I didn't think I would be able to, but I made it happen. So for me, this Hermit is also an invitation to take a moment with you, between you and yourself, to be telling yourself you're proud of yourself, to be telling yourself that you are worthy of celebration, and just take that moment, that special moment between you and yourself. Let's see for my pile number 3, blessings of the month of October. What do we have in terms of blessings for the month? We have a jumper, I think. What do we have? 3 of Cups. See, okay, this is reassuring because just because we have this like bad energy coming from this specific person who might not be necessarily happy for your success, it doesn't mean that everyone will be this way. Actually, on the contrary, this win you're getting, this abundance you're getting, this good news you're getting, this blessing that you're getting, it will also highlight the true friends in your life, the people who are there for you for the good and the bad, the people who are actually happy for you, the people that you can celebrate with. And that is wonderful. There's also going to be an opportunity for you to relish in those special friendships, connections, family members, loved ones with whom you can celebrate, with whom you can be yourself, with whom you can really enjoy, and who can be there for you, not just for the bad times, but for the good ones as well. So wonderful also to have this confirmation that there will be people there to support you, to celebrate with you, celebrate your wins, who are truly happy for you. And that is a true sign of real friendship and of a beautiful relationship right there. Okay, I love that. Let's move on to this particular card. I told you we would go back to this. This is a sigil, so it's a symbol. And it represents, when I pulled this one, I asked that it would give us what you guys need the most in October. So what you can do is you can take a screenshot of the symbol when I show it to you guys. You can put the picture on your phone, or you can redraw it on a piece of paper and carry it in your wallet, or put it in your diary or whatever it is. And it will represent what you need the most this month. So you can use the sigil to attract it magically, to call in that energy. So let's see what my pile number 3 wants the most this month. What do you need this month? What are you invited to attract this month? Let's see. And look, okay, we have luck. I'm so not surprised that you guys got the luck card, the luck sigil. So this is the sigil right there, this one. You can take a screenshot, you can redraw it. Like I've said, it's linked to the Wheel of Fortune card. And so if you want to invite luck in your life, if you want to call that energy in, if you want to bring it out from the universe to you, is the sigil you can use. Beautiful. It goes well because you had prosperity, wealth, blessings, success. So I'm not surprised you guys got the luck card. Great month for you guys, I think. Honestly, I'm excited to read your comments because my pile number 3 is going to have a good month of October. I think some good news coming in. I'm happy for you guys. Okay, let's wrap things up with a little message from your guides. Last little message. Let's see, what do we need to know? This is a little ghost oracle. What do we have? We have the severed head. Now is not the time to lose your head. It's time to plan. Okay, hearing just because you have success or good news, it's not the time to get your feet off the pedal, right? You are on a trajectory, so it's not the time to slow down. You can keep going, you can keep planning, you can keep making lists and making plans and making moves. I'm hearing that there's definitely some success and good news coming in. You're also invited to continue pushing forward for the rest of the year. You can plan and you can build that momentum so that it continues to sustain you for the rest of the year. Beautiful. Okay, so that's all I'm seeing for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Those are all free ways to support my work. I have tons of fun readings planned for you guys. So as soon as my new little foster rescue will be a little bit more chill and less scared, I'll have lots of fun content for you guys. I want to wish you a beautiful month of October, and till next time, keep navigating the waves of your soul. Bye!